Welcome back to Before AGI. I think it's safe to say that we're all fascinated by AI's potential to revolutionize scientific discovery. And today we're diving deep into a development straight out of science fiction.
Uh-huh.
Google's AI
Yeah.
co-scientist.
And it's not just hype,
Yeah.
you know? This thing is poised to, change how we do research, making breakthroughs faster and more efficiently.
So, okay, for our listeners who haven't heard about it, what exactly is this AI co-scientist? I know it's built on Google's Gemini 2.0 model, but what does that actually mean?
Okay, so think of it like this. You've got a research goal in mind. You feed that goal to the AI co-scientist, and it goes to work almost like a team of incredibly fast and efficient research assistants.
Okay.
It brainstorms ideas, checks existing research to see if those ideas are viable, and even engages in these internal debates to refine the most promising concepts.
So it's not just spitting out random ideas, it's actually evaluating them and improving them.
Exactly.
That's wild.
It's constantly challenging its own assumptions, leading to more robust and well-thought-out conclusions.
Okay.
And what's really amazing is that it can do all this at a speed that would take human researchers years, maybe even decades.
Okay, so we've got this super-powered research assistant, but does it actually work?
Right.
Has it led to any real-world breakthroughs? Because, let's be real, sometimes these AI things sound great in theory, but don't quite deliver in practice.
You're right to be skeptical, but the AI co-scientist is already delivering. One of the most impressive examples is its work in drug repurposing for leukemia.
Okay, so for our listeners who aren't familiar, drug repurposing is basically finding new uses for existing medications.
Right.
That's huge because developing new drugs from scratch can take years and billions of dollars.
Exactly. And what's remarkable is that the AI co-scientist actually identified existing drugs that could potentially be used to treat AML, a type of leukemia. And get this, experiments confirm that those drugs actually inhibited tumor viability in human cells.
So we're talking about real potential for new leukemia treatments, thanks to this AI. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But I understand it's not just limited to cancer research, right?
Not at all. Another area where it's making waves is in liver fibrosis research. The AI identified specific targets for treating this condition, which, for our listeners, is a serious issue that can lead to liver failure.
And we're talking about cutting-edge therapies here, right?
Yeah.
Epigenetics is all the rage these days.
You got it. And by pinpointing these epigenetic targets, the AI co-scientist is potentially opening up entirely new avenues for treatment.
Wow.
Experiments using human liver organoids, basically mini livers grown in the lab, showed that drugs targeting those AI-suggested targets significantly reduced liver damage. This could be a game changer.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. But there's one more story I'm dying to hear about. The AI's work on antibiotic resistance.
Okay.
This one blew my mind when I first read about it.
This is where things get really interesting. Researchers had spent a decade working on a specific question related to antibiotic resistance, and they asked the AI co-scientists to take a crack at it.
Yeah.
You want to know how long it took the AI to independently arrive at the same conclusion? Matching the researchers' unpublished findings?
How long?
2 days.
2 days. Wait, a whole decade of research condensed into 48 hours. That's insane. I mean,
Yeah.
for someone working in that field, that's like a time machine.
It really highlights the potential for this technology to completely revolutionize the pace of scientific discovery. Imagine the breakthroughs that could happen years, even decades ahead of schedule. This is just the beginning, and we're already seeing such incredible results.
Okay, I'm officially on board with the AI co-scientist hype train. But let's be realistic, no technology is perfect.
Right.
Are there any limitations or potential downsides we should be aware of?
Of course. It's important to remember that the AI co-scientist is still under development. While it's incredibly powerful, it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
There are areas where it needs refinement, especially when it comes to reviewing vast amounts of scientific literature and double-checking the accuracy of its findings.
That makes sense. Even with all its processing power, it needs those checks and balances.
Yeah.
So it's not ready for prime time just yet.
Not quite. Google is taking a cautious approach with what they're calling a trusted tester program.
Okay.
They're allowing select research organizations to access and test the AI co-scientist in a controlled environment.
So it's like a beta test for cutting-edge AI.
Yeah.
That's smart. Get feedback from experts in the field before releasing it to the world.
Exactly. It's all about responsible development and ensuring that this powerful technology is used ethically and effectively.
This AI co-scientist is truly groundbreaking. It's incredible to think about how it could fundamentally change the way scientific research is done.
Imagine a future where AI is working side by side with human researchers, tackling grand challenges like curing diseases, combating climate change, and even unraveling the mysteries of the universe.
And to think all of this is happening now, before we've even reached what many consider true artificial general intelligence.
Right.
It's an exciting time to be alive.
It certainly is. And if this AI can already match a decade of human research in just 2 days, imagine what it could achieve in a year or even a decade. The possibilities are truly mind-blowing.
But this AI co-scientist has me absolutely buzzing with excitement. We'll be back after a short break to discuss the implications of all of this and what it means for the future of scientific research. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder what the future holds, you know? If the AI co-scientist can achieve this much already, imagine what it could do in a decade.
I know, right? It's both exciting and a little intimidating. And we've talked about all the amazing things this AI can do. But what about the bigger picture?
Right.
What does this mean for the future of science and research?
I think it's safe to say that we're on the cusp of a new era of scientific discovery, one where AI plays an increasingly important role. We're already seeing AI being used to analyze massive data sets, identify patterns, and generate hypotheses at a scale that would be impossible for humans alone.
So it's like having a whole army of research assistants working tirelessly alongside scientists. But does that mean human researchers are going to become obsolete?
Not at all. In fact, I think the opposite is true. AI will free up scientists from tedious and time-consuming tasks, allowing them to focus on the more creative and strategic aspects of research. It's all about collaboration, not competition.
That makes sense. It's about leveraging the strengths of both human and artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
But one thing I've been wondering about is authorship. If an AI contributes to a scientific discovery, who gets the credit?
That's a really interesting question and one that doesn't have a simple answer. Traditional notions of authorship may need to be rethought in the age of AI-assisted research. It's likely that we'll see some form of shared credit, where both the AI and the human researchers involved are acknowledged for their contributions.
So it's kind of uncharted territory.
Yeah.
We're going to need to figure out new rules and norms as we go along.
Exactly. And that's why programs like Google's Trusted Tester program are so important. By working closely with researchers in a controlled environment, they can gather valuable insights not only into the technical capabilities of the AI co-scientist, but also the ethical and societal implications of its use.
Like a giant social experiment unfolding in real time. We're learning as we go. Okay, enough big picture stuff. Let's get back to the AI co-scientist itself. We talked about some of its achievements. What other grand challenges could it help us tackle?
Well, in biomedicine alone, the possibilities are vast. Imagine accelerating the development of new treatments for diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and HIV/AIDS. We could even see breakthroughs in regenerative medicine, potentially reversing the effects of aging and extending human lifespan.
Whoa, now that's some serious sci-fi stuff. But it's not just limited to medicine, is it? What about other fields?
Absolutely. The AI co-scientist could revolutionize material science, leading to the development of new materials with unprecedented properties. Imagine self-healing materials, superconductors that operate at room temperature, or even materials that can capture and store carbon dioxide directly from the atmosphere.
You're making my head spin with all these possibilities. And what about space exploration? Could the AI co-scientist help us unravel the mysteries of the universe?
Without a doubt. It could help us analyze vast amounts of astronomical data, identifying patterns and anomalies that would be impossible for humans to detect on their own. It could even help us design more efficient spacecraft and plan more ambitious missions to explore our solar system and beyond.
It sounds like the AI co-scientist could usher in a new golden age of scientific exploration and discovery, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge further than ever before.
And it's not just about pushing boundaries, it's about solving real-world problems that affect us all. Climate change, energy scarcity, food security. These are all challenges that the AI co-scientist could help us address.
It's like having a secret weapon in our arsenal, a powerful ally in our fight for a better future.
I wouldn't call it a secret weapon. It's more like a force multiplier, amplifying our collective intelligence and ingenuity.
That's a great way to put it. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. For all its potential, the AI co-scientist still has limitations. What are some things it can't do, or at least not yet?
Well, it's important to remember that it's still a machine. It doesn't have the same kind of intuition, creativity, or common sense that humans do.
So it's not going to magically solve all our problems overnight.
No, it needs clear instructions, well-defined goals, and access to relevant data. It's not a substitute for human expertise and judgment.
So it's still up to us humans to ask the right questions, interpret the results, and make ethical decisions about how to use this technology.
Precisely. The AI co-scientist is a powerful tool, but it's a tool that needs to be wielded responsibly and thoughtfully.
That makes sense. It's a reminder that even in the age of AI, human intelligence is still essential.
Absolutely. It's the combination of human and artificial intelligence that holds the greatest promise for the future.
And speaking of the future, one of the biggest questions surrounding AI is whether it will eventually surpass human intelligence, leading to what's often called the singularity. Does the AI co-scientist give us any clues about what that future might look like?
It's certainly a topic that sparks a lot of debate and speculation. The AI co-scientist, with its ability to learn and evolve, does hint at the potential for AI to become increasingly sophisticated and autonomous over time.
But does that necessarily mean it will become conscious or self-aware in the way humans are?
That's a question that philosophers and scientists have been grappling with for decades. We still don't fully understand what consciousness is, let alone how to create it artificially.
So the AI co-scientist might be able to match or even exceed human intelligence in certain domains, but it may not necessarily have the same kind of subjective experience or understanding of the world that we do.
That's a possibility we need to consider. And it raises interesting questions about how we would interact with and relate to AI systems if they do achieve a level of sentience or consciousness.
It's like we're entering a whole new realm of possibilities and challenges, one that forces us to re-examine our relationship not just with technology, but with the very nature of intelligence itself.
It's a profound and challenging topic, but one that we can't afford to ignore. The future of AI is intertwined with the future of humanity, and we need to approach it with both caution and optimism.
I completely agree. It's a future filled with both incredible possibilities and potential pitfalls, and it's up to us to navigate it wisely.
And that navigation will require not just technical expertise, but also ethical awareness, critical thinking, and a deep understanding of human values.
Well said. So while the AI co-scientist might not have all the answers, it's certainly raising all the right questions.
Indeed, it's a catalyst for a much larger conversation about the role of AI in our world and the kind of future we want to create together.
And that's a conversation we need to have sooner rather than later. After all, the future is being shaped right now, and it's up to us to ensure that AI is used for good.
I couldn't agree more. It's a responsibility we all share, and one that we need to embrace with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of caution.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing to think that, the AI co-scientist is just one example of all the incredible AI advancements happening right now. It really does feel like we're on the verge of a whole new world.
Absolutely. The field of AI is exploding with new discoveries and applications. It's truly an exciting time to be involved.
So for our listeners who are eager to learn more about AI and how it's shaping the world, what resources would you recommend?
Well, there are so many great places to start. There are tons of online courses and workshops and conferences that can, provide a deeper understanding of AI concepts and applications. Plus, staying up to date on the latest news and research is always a good idea.
And of course, we can't forget about, the wonderful world of podcasts.
Right.
A little birdie told me there might be a few good ones out there focusing on AI.
Indeed, podcasts are a fantastic way to learn from experts, hear diverse perspectives, and stay engaged with the cutting edge of AI development.
Well, we've certainly covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into the AI co-scientist. We've explored its, amazing capabilities, its potential impact on scientific discovery, and those ethical and societal questions it raises. It's been a fascinating journey.
It really has. And I hope our listeners have come away with a better understanding of just how transformative AI can be and how important it is that we use it responsibly.
Absolutely. Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. The AI co-scientist is a powerful reminder that the future isn't something that just happens to us. We have a say in how AI is developed and used to ensure it benefits all of humanity.
That's a crucial message to remember. The future of AI is intertwined with our own, And, we have a responsibility to shape it wisely.
Well said. A huge thank you to our expert guest for joining us today and sharing your incredible insights.
It's been my pleasure, and thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this exploration of the AI co-scientists.
For all of you who want to keep exploring this fascinating world of AI, be sure to subscribe to Before AGI for more deep dives into the technologies that are shaping our future. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Ian O'King AI, for tutorials and insights that will help you understand and harness the power of AI.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. The future of AI is waiting to be written, and we're all part of the story.
That's a wrap, folks. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode of Before AGI.